Hello and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All. In the last episode, we began the second half of the trial of Maximillion Galactica, and we are currently witnessing the witness's testimony, Mo the Clown. So let's see what he has to say. It was a bit far away, but that shadow could have only belonged to Max. There's no doubting it, especially since I saw his uppity symbols. His silk hat, that black cloak, they were all there. His face was silhouetted. Is that a word? I had no idea. But there was no doubt that it was him. His cloak was fluttering in the wind, so I couldn't really see what he was carrying. It does seem as if the defendant was at the scene of the crime. It took the clown long enough to get his facts straight. But whatever, this should finally be good enough, yes? It is decisive testimony. Was Max really at the scene of the crime that night? Well, he said he wasn't there. We have to believe in that. Alright, Mr. Wright, commence your cross-examination. Alright, one thing's been kind of bugging me. Because Trillo kept on repeating the three symbols that Max Galactica has. But he only named two. So we either present Max's profile, or there's... Oh, we have his hats. There we go. The white roses is what he was missing. And we have the poster that Maya stole, but we have the poster nonetheless, which gives us a reference of the missing symbol. There we go. You say you saw all of Max's uppity symbols? I suppose so. The silk hat and the cloak, right? Mo, everyone knows that Maximillion Galactica has 3 uppity symbols. 3 symbols? Yay, everyone get ready. All together now. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. Who cares if he knew that there were 3 or not? He saw what he saw, and he saw the symbols. He just forgot to mention one. Isn't that right, Mo? Silence, fool. You are to respond with the whole truth, no fractions. Order, order. Mo, you didn't see the roses, did you? To be honest, there weren't any roses on the person I saw. The crime scene was dark. It's obvious that it was too dark to see that kind of detail. But the witness said he was able to see the silhouette of the criminal's face. Not to mention that the roses are white. There's no way he could have missed them. Oh damn, this is getting intense. Then the roses must have fallen off when the defendant assaulted the victim. If that was the case, then the police would have found them near the scene of the crime. Mr. Wright, are these white roses truly material to the facts of this case? Clearly not. He is just toying with this court. I got her on the ropes now. These seemingly insignificant facts have never failed me to lead to the truth yet. Someone is toying with the court, but it's not me. Your Honor, do you recall Trillo's testimony? There's no way I can mistake someone wearing those ridiculous 3 symbols. How can you mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high? How could you mistake someone wearing such a snobby 3-piece getup? Trillo saw them all. Trillo saw all 3 of Max's symbols. However, this witness claims that there are no white roses on the person he saw. There's absolutely no doubt that this is a contradiction. Now what am I supposed to think? One is supposed to disregard the pointless, but this... Judge, forget the roses, think about his other testimony. The witness has stated that, without a doubt, he saw Maximillion Galactica. Nothing else matters. Let's wrap this case up now. Your Honor, it may be trivial, but it does cast doubt on the prosecution's case. Frankly, I have my doubts about this witness. It seems that, unlike wine, the witness has not grown more mature with age. I'm not mature. I've come to a conclusion. I'm 99% certain that this witness saw the defendants. However, my remaining 1% of doubt is quite reasonable, which means that for my peace of mind, I'm going to request a bit more testimony. What? If there are no contradictions in his next statement, I'm prepared to issue a ruling. A ruling? Nick, this is your last chance. Oh jeez, alright, let's see what he's got to say. There's no doubt in my mind, there are no white roses that night. However, all the other symbols were there, I'm equally sure of that. Especially the silk hat, there's no way I could forget seeing the decorations on it. He was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene. Ooh, but we actually have the silk hat in our possession. Mr. Wright, you've got one last chance at this. Just one chance? I will not allow even the slightest hint of badgering against this witness. If you are going to prove to me that there is a contradiction with Mr. Curl's statements, you'd better have at least a shred of evidence to back up your accusations. I've only got a single shot at this. I've got to be careful. I understand, Your Honor. One chance is all I'll need. Alright, I think it's definitely that last bit. He was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene. Then why? Yeah, it was found at the crime scene, which means at one point he wasn't wearing it, or he dropped it when he left. This wouldn't happen to be the silk hat you saw that night, would it? Yep, that's it. That's the hat he was wearing that night. No question in your mind? Exactly how would one mistake a thing like that? I see. Is there some sort of problem, Mr. Wright? Miss Von Karma, where exactly was the silk hat found? Must you always ask these questions? It was found at the crime scene. The crime scene? That means... The silk hat fell off at the crime scene. However, the witness clearly testified to the contrary. The witness stated that he was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene. Order! Order! Mr. Curls! Yes, Your Honor. What is the meaning of all this? You are old enough to know better than to behave like this in court. Hey, that's just not right. That's so harsh. What's not right here is your eyesight and your memory, amongst other things. Why are you all being so mean to me? What did I do? Let me guess. You just didn't like my jokes or something, right? You didn't have to go and insult my eyesight or my memory. They're both great. Seriously, why? Just because you're sitting above me doesn't... Oh, I can't... Enough of these childish outbursts, Mr. Curls. Who do you think you are? I saw him. I swear I saw him. It was Max. Even if he didn't have his roses, he was still wearing that dumb silk hat. I'm telling the truth. He's turned into a bratty little kid. It's pretty pitiful, isn't it? He left the scene wearing that dumb silk hat. He was there. He left the scene? What's the matter, Nick? There's something I've been mulling over for a while now. Mo, what do you want? You just said that he left the scene. Exactly how did the murderer leave the scene of the crime? What? He went... What do you mean, how did he leave the scene? You can't ask me that. Objection! Mr. Phoenix Wright is badgering the witness, Your Honor. Objection! This witness's testimony is so full of holes, Ms. Von Karma's protest is useless. You've got a point. Let's hear what the witness has to say on this matter. Is that alright with you, little guy? Ooh. Don't talk to me like I'm a little baby. Besides, what kind of stupid question is how did he leave the crime scene? The answer's obvious. He just turned around and walked away. That's what I expected you'd say. But you're sure that's how it happens? Say what? Huh. I'm not sure I know exactly where you're going with this. Lawyers nowadays sure do love to harp on the smallest things. Do you have any proof to counter his story as to how the criminal left the scene? Let's look at this crime scene photo again. No footprints. You can see what's his face? I'm blanking on his name. The ringmaster. You can see his footprints going up there, but you can't see anyone else's. Oh, thank God. Look at this picture. The problem is the footprints in the snow. Footprints? In this photo, we can clearly see the footprints of the victim. However, where are the criminal's footprints? They aren't there. So, Mo, exactly how did the criminal escape the scene? Your Honor, this witness has already proven that his testimony is completely unreliable. I move to strike all of this witness's testimony from the court record. I agree. This clown's testimony is as rickety as the clown car he came to court in. Wait just a second. You guys can't just ignore everything I've said. Fine, I'll tell you the truth this time. You wait a second. I think you've said more than enough for today. I'm sick and tired of listening to you anyways. I'll give you the real deal this time, I swear. I don't know why, but I get the feeling things are going to get worse before they get better. Mr. Lawrence Curls. Yes? The testimony you've provided up until now has been false? It hasn't been false, I haven't lied, it's just what? It's just I was a bit confused on the bit about the criminal leaving the scene. Especially since Von Karma and her whip told me not to talk about what I really saw. Order, I will have order. Franziska Von Karma, how could you? It's not a surprise, she's done this in every court case, and her dad has done it in every court case that you presided over. I don't know why you're so surprised. And I don't know why you're so... Why is she curtsying and taking credit for it? Your Honor, if you had heard the truth from this witness, you would have exactly the same opinion as I have. And what opinion is that? It's not funny. That's enough out of you. I'm going to listen to what he has to say. Now then, let's hear the truth about what you saw, what you say you saw, Mr. Curls. You're not going to believe this, but it's all true, I tell you. Try not to waste our time with your idiotic drivel. Alright, here's the truth. Now it's time for our next segment, Mo Knows. Everything that I've said up until now has been the truth. When I looked out the window, the ringmaster was down and Max was standing above him. He wasn't wearing his white roses, but he was wearing the silk hat. That's what I saw. He should have still left footprints by the case, because he didn't fly in, he only flew out. This is the truth, now get ready for it. He jumped up and flew through the air. He flew right off and disappeared into the darkness. That's why there are no footprints. Flying people don't leave footprints. I told you it wasn't funny. Do you believe me now? This isn't a victory for you. The witness that you brought in just kind of made himself sound insane. I don't know why you're so, happy about that. I don't know why Von Karma hasn't been discredited as, a terrible prosecutor by now. Well, that was... how do you put this into words? Maximillion Galactica is a world-class magician. But to leave the scene of a crime by flying, there's no way that actually happened. You're right. Why is she right? You believe the other witnesses. Why won't you believe me, especially since it's the best part of the story? To be honest, this is the first time I've heard of a flying criminal. What do you think about this witness's testimony, Mr. Wright? His eyes were playing tricks. It's not This Is All a Dream. He did say he was telling the truth. His eyes were playing tricks. I think both of these can be true at the same time. He could be telling the truth of what he saw, but his eyes were playing tricks on him. I think they might be the same, but let's go with this one first. What he just said was so strange, I don't think he would have made it up. Which means that he is telling the truth? That's what I think. Nick, wait. That means that Max actually used the magic. Okay, I guess it was the other one. Only a foolish-looking fool could be fooled by such a foolish fool's dream. Such a foolish fool's foolish dream. Don't be ridiculous. Magic does not exist. I mean, we live in a world where spirit channeling is a real possibility, so I don't know why we draw the line at magic. I suppose I will let you all in on my thinking regarding this matter. That is your job as a judge, yeah. The criminal disappeared into the sky. I'd love to believe that. But I just can't wrap my head around how that would actually happen. You imbecile. If you disregard a need for proof, Miss Von Karma's case is sound. That is extremely, what? If you disregard evidence, then yeah, her case makes sense. What the hell does that even mean? Oh my god. However, I've got the feeling that this case is in dire need of a more investigation. Thus, I will conclude today's trial proceedings at this point. It's an undisputed fact that the criminal left no footprints at the scene. Tomorrow, I want just to find out the reason behind this mystery of mysteries. I believe that's enough for today. Court is adjourned. Alright, we concluded... I thought we would conclude, it usually gives us the to be continued part after we conclude a section. We'll just play through a little more and see if we get that. Hey, sweeties, what in the world is going on? That's what I want to know. They say the criminal flew off into the air and disappeared. Max, I can't believe I'm asking this, but you didn't fly that night, did you? I know you didn't mean to ask me such a fabulously stupid question. I can't fly whenever I please, it's not that easy. But it looks so effortless for you on stage. It's not that simple, I'm not actually flying on stage. I use invisible wires and have them hoist me through the air. Wow, you just told me the secret to your magic. No, I broke the first rule, the cardinal rule, the only rule. I'm sorry, Max. We made you break a magician's creed to never reveal the secret to their tricks. Nick, what do we do now? All we can do is hope we can find the flying criminal in court tomorrow. Great idea. Let's do our best and catch this sucker. There we go. Alright, so in the next episode, it looks like, or the next few episodes will probably be dedicated to more investigating. And yeah, we'll see if we can't catch the true culprit in this murder case. But yeah, we'll do that in the next episode. So until then, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you then.